Hi, very good evening. This is Jitendra Kumar, and today we are going to discuss chemistry. Topic name is some basic concepts of chemistry. Okay, so in our previous lectures, we have discussed about the matter and its classification. So we can classify matter into two major classes, that is physical classification and chemical classification. So earlier lecture we have discussed physical classification and their subparts, and today we are going to discuss chemical classification of matter. Okay, so let's discuss with the chemical classification of matter. So chemical classification of matter. So matter can classify in two major parts, that is first is pure substances and impure substances. So simple meaning is that pure substances means they contain same kind of particles or same kind of entities, and impure substances means they have more than two types of entities in any proportions. Okay, so impure substances we also called it mixtures. Okay, so again we can classify pure substances in two major parts, that is elements and compounds. Okay, so elements are the smallest, yeah, we can say it is the basic entities of any substance. So examples of elements are hydrogen, neon, fluorine. That are the examples of monoatomic element: nitrogen, oxygen, ozone, and they are the examples of molecular elements. Okay, now if we talk about the compounds, so compounds examples are water, carbon dioxide, sodium chloride. So these are the examples of elements and compounds. Now we will discuss impure substances or mixtures. So mixtures, so simple meaning is that they have more than two type of particles in a random proportion or any proportion. Okay, so based on their composition we can classify mixtures in major two categories. First one, homogeneous mixture, and second one is heterogeneous mixture. So we can write here, first one is homogeneous mixture, and second one is heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so homogeneous mixture means they have the homogeneous, means they have the same appearance throughout the its mixture, they have the same appearance or uniform appearance. So we can write they have same appearance and heterogeneous means they have different appearance, non-uniform appearance. So we can write here they have different appearance. Okay, so homogeneous mixtures examples are true solutions. True solutions. So true solutions meaning is which contains solute and solvent, and after mixing the solute and solvent they form a uniform solutions. Means we can't distinguish which particles belongs to solute and which particles belong to solvents. So they have the homogeneous mixtures. So true solutions comes under sugar solution, salt solution, air also homogeneous mixture. So all these examples belongs to true solution. Now we come to the heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means they have different appearance, they have two different distinguishes phases. So here we can classify heterogeneous mixtures in two parts. First is colloids and second one is suspension. Okay, so colloids are the type of heterogeneous mixtures. So their examples are milk, paints, store solution, blood. So these are the examples of colloids. And if we talk of suspension, so their examples are milk of magnesia, which is an antacid, which formula is MgOH2, muddy water, chalk powder in water. So they are the examples of suspensions. Okay, so in chemical classification we have classified the matter in two major categories: pure substances and impure substances. And impure substances we can call it mixtures. So pure substances further classified in elements and compounds. Elements and compounds comes under the pure substances, and impure substances are further classified in two categories: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so homogeneous mixtures are examples is true solutions, and heterogeneous mixtures contains colloids and suspensions. Okay, so these are the classification based on their chemical properties. Now let's discuss everything one by one. So very first we are going to discuss pure substances. Pure substances. So pure substances means they contain only one type of particles or one type of entities throughout their volume, and they cannot be separated into their components by any physical method. Okay, so that's why we call it pure substances. Okay, suppose we talk the carbon element. Yeah, we can say this is a copper metal. So copper metal throughout the its bulk, throughout its mass have only copper atoms only. They don't have any other mixing of other elements. So that's why it contains the uniform composition of copper elements. That's why we called it pure substances. So we can write here the definition of pure substances: a material containing only one type of particles, throughout the volume and they cannot be separated by physical methods into their simpler substances. Okay, so these are the pure substances: a material containing only one type of particles throughout the volume and they cannot be separated by physical method into their simpler substances. So we can write their examples: water, CO2, Cl2, zinc, silver, etc. If we talk the water molecule, so we cannot separate hydrogen and oxygen by any physical methods. So that's why if we talk the water, so it has always water molecule, here we can say H2O molecules. Okay, so this is the pure substances. Now pure substances we have classified in two categories. First one is element and second one is compounds. So first we write elements. Okay, so first we write elements. So elements contain one kind of atoms and they cannot be decomposed into simpler substances by physical and chemical method. So we can write this very simple definition of only one kind of atoms and cannot be decomposed into simpler substances by chemical or physical method. Okay, so we can write here examples. It will be zinc, copper, nitrogen, oxygen, ozone, boron, etc. So these all are examples of elements. They cannot be further simplified. Now if we talk the second part of compounds, so we can write compounds. So compounds, they may contain two or more than two kind of elements, but they combine together in a fixed proportion of their mass or their weight. Okay, so that's why they contain more than one element, but we consider them in compounds. Okay, because their composition are fixed by their weight. That's why we consider it as a pure substances. Okay, so we can write here it contain two or more than two kind of elements are combined together in a fixed proportion by weight. Okay, so it contains two or more than two kind of elements. They are combined together in a fixed proportion by weight. So we can write their examples here: HCl, hydrochloric acid, water, H2SO4, etc. If we talk about the HCl, hydrochloric acid, so hydrochloric acid have hydrogen and chlorine, two different element it contain. But we consider it as a pure substance because it contain hydrogen and chlorine in a fixed proportion by their mass. Means here is 1 gram hydrogen always react with 35.5 gram of chlorine. The whatever method we can use to form HCl, but all HCl contain this composition that should be fixed. If we talk another examples of water molecules, so water molecules contain hydrogen and oxygen. So here also hydrogen is 2 gram hydrogen react with 16 gram of oxygen. So their simplest ratio is 1:8. Okay, so this 1:8 ratio always remains fixed in a compounds, whatever the method we can use to form H2O. Okay, that's why we can consider is a pure substances. Now again, if we talk Compounds again classified into categories. They are organic compounds and inorganic compounds. So organic compounds contain carbon and their derivatives, and inorganic compounds which obtained from natural sources, yeah, we can say that they obtained from minerals. Yeah, organic compound they obtain initially organisms, which is living organisms. Okay, so we will discuss these two part, organic compound and inorganic compound, later in detail. We just write the name here. Okay, now again we come to our chemical classification. So other part of chemical classification is impure substances. Okay, in impure substances, if substances are impure, we can say that it is a mixture. So next topic is, now we will discuss impure substances or mixtures. Impure substances means they have different constituents in random proportion or any proportion, that's why we can call it mixtures. Okay, so we can write the simple definition of mixtures. It contains two or more than two substance in any proportions. Any proportion. So it contains two or more than two substance in any proportion. So again we classify the mixtures in two parts. First one is homogeneous mixture. So first one is homogeneous mixture. So homogeneous mixtures means, here if we talk about the homo, that is the Greek word homo, means same or similar. If we talk about the geneous, so geneous means appearance. So they have the same appearance throughout the mixtures, that's why we call it homogeneous mixtures. So we can write their definition. A homogeneous mixture is a solid, liquid or gaseous mixture that has the same proportions they had same proportions of its components throughout any given sample. Okay, so we can define a homogeneous mixture is a solid, liquid or gaseous mixture that has the same proportions of its components throughout any given sample, or we can say that they are mixed uniformly. If we talk about the simple language, we can say that they are mixed uniformly. So we can write they are mixed uniformly. Okay, so we can write their examples. So homogeneous or major examples are true solutions. So true solutions, so what is the meaning of true solutions? So solutions have the two major components, solute and solvents, and true solutions means their solute and solvent are mixed uniformly. After the mixing of solution, we can't identify the particles of solute or solvent. Okay, that's why we can call it true solution, and we can see their constituent particles by our eyes or even of microscopes. Okay, so true solutions are the examples of homogeneous mixtures which contains sugar solution, salt solution, air, all are examples of true solutions. Okay, so this is the homogeneous mixtures. Now come to the next point, that is heterogeneous mixtures. Okay, so we can write second part is heterogeneous mixture. So heterogeneous mixtures, as name denotes, hetero. So hetero means different, or we can say this is non-uniform, and genus means, and genus, both are the Greek word. Genus means appearance. Okay, so they have different appearance. Yeah, we can say this is the non-uniform appearance. Okay, so we can write heterogeneous mixture, a heterogeneous mixture has components in which proportions vary or differ throughout throughout the sample. Okay, so a heterogeneous mixture has components in which proportion vary or differ throughout the sample. Okay, or we can say in simple word, a heterogeneous mixture are not mixed uniformly. So we can write they are not mixed uniformly. Okay, so this is the definition of heterogeneous mixture. Again, heterogeneous mixture classified in two major part. First one is colloids. Yeah, we can say colloids are examples of heterogeneous mixtures, colloids and suspension. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. First, we will discuss colloids. So colloids are heterogeneous system in which it contains two different phases. Means we can identify it by their solutions. They contain two different distinguishable phases. Okay, so it contain a dispersed phase which is resemble to solute in true solution, and one phase is dispersion medium which is resembles to solvent. Okay, so we can define the colloids: a mixture in which one substance microscopically dispersed throughout another substance. A mixture in which one substance microscopically dispersed throughout in another substance. Okay, so their examples will be blood is example of colloid, milk, star solutions, paints, etc. All the examples of colloids. Okay, so colloids are a biphasic system which have two different phases. One is dispersed phase and second one is the dispersion medium. Okay, so now we will discuss second part of heterogeneous system. Yeah, we can say second examples of heterogeneous system. So that is, so suspension also a biphasic system. It is a part of heterogeneous system which contain two different phases. So one is suspended phase which is resembles to solute, and second one is suspension medium. So suspension medium which will resembles to solvent. Okay, so we can define suspensions mixtures in which particles are suspended throughout the solution in bulk. Okay, so we can write this definition: a mixture in which the particles are suspended throughout the solution in bulk. Okay, so definition of a suspension: a mixture in which the particles are suspended throughout the solution in bulk. So their examples will be muddy water, examples will be muddy water, milk of magnesia, magnesium hydroxide, chalk powder in water. All these are examples of suspension. Okay, so this is the main parts of heterogeneous system. One is colloid and second one is suspension. Okay, thank you.